Hello, fans, collectors, and investors. Welcome back to Iconic Baseball. I'm Iconic Al, and today we're going to jump back into the countdown at number 54. Now, this is an inner circle, top-tier left-handed pitcher. We're talking arguably one of the top 5 left-handed starters in baseball history. I actually have him currently ranked number 6 among all left-handed pitchers behind Warren Spahn and Eddie Plank. Now, he amassed 90.2 WAR during his career, and he's that rare combination of a peak talent and a compiler. So he has both. He showed an amazing ability to be dominant at his peak with a 12.1 WAR season in 1972, one of the greatest pitching seasons in baseball history. We'll go into that deeper later in the video. But he was also a compiler. He pitched 24 seasons for the Cardinals and Phillies. Over that 24 seasons, he compiled 4,136 strikeouts, which is 4th all time. He won 329 games. He had a 3.22 ERA. He won 4 Cy Young Awards. 4. So he was that rare combination of peak talent and longevity. And I guess that's what it takes to be an inner circle guy. I'm referring to, of course, Lefty, the great Steve Carlton.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Mr. Steve Carlton, one of the great lefties in baseball history, with a 90.2 WAR, putting him right in that conversation of the top 5 lefties in baseball history. A career 3.22 ERA, a 329 game winner, 4,136 strikeouts. He won 5 strikeout titles, 4 Cy Young Awards, a Gold Glove Award, 2 World Series championships. This man pretty much did it all. As I mentioned in the intro, his 1972 season will go down as one of the great pitching seasons in baseball history. Let me tell you why. Well, he went 27-10 that year on a Phillies team that only won 59 games. Let me say that again. The 1972 Phillies went 59-97. Of those 59 Phillies wins, Steve Carlton recorded 27 wins, which is just a crazy stat. In that 1972 season, Steve Carlton recorded a 1.97 ERA. He completed 30 of the 41 games he started and compiled 12.1 WAR, the highest among all pitchers in the post-war era in any season. So clearly, there was a period there where Steve Carlton was the dominant pitcher in the game. And winning 4 Cy Young Awards, that speaks for itself. Now, for some reason, like many all-time great pitchers, Steve Carlton doesn't get a lot of love in the hobby. The supply has outstripped the demand. Now, Steve Carlton has been a free signer. He has signed a lot of autographs over the years. But items for Steve Carlton can still be picked up pretty cheaply, including ones like this. This is a single-signed baseball. A nice ballpoint signature on it. Pretty basic there, but nice legible autograph. This is a National League William White baseball, circa 80s, 90s time period. Likely signed at a baseball card show back in the 90s. These are not expensive items, despite Steve Carlton's status as borderline, arguably a top 5 left-handed starter of all time. This is another one of the sets that I love from the late 90s, the 99 Upper Deck Century Legends Epic Signatures. Look at that beautiful design. Portrait shot of Steve Carlton on the right with a beautiful, bold blue signature on the left. One of the sets that I really keyed in on back in my high school collecting days when this set was coming out. So I took the opportunity to add quite a few from this set to my collection because aesthetically was just always one of my favorite sets for the all-time greats. And then last but certainly not least, I think maybe one of the better values in the hobby, the 65 Topps number 477 Steve Carlton rookie card. Now he's paired with a relative no-name, Fritz Ackley, and this card, 1965, is pretty high population for the vintage era. There's over 6,000 of them graded by PSA. But when you consider that this is Steve Carlton's only rookie card, the market was not fragmented like the market is now for guys like Wander Franco and Julio Rodriguez. How many rookie cards do they have? God only knows. But here we have Steve Carlton's only rookie card in 1965 Topps, and a respectable PSA 5. Not a high grade, not a low grade, but beautifully centered, and I think presents really well for a 5. You could tell me it's a 5, 6, or 7, and I'd probably believe you. And you can own this card in a PSA 5 for under $200. So this is one where, I think young collectors, maybe people new to the vintage hobby, have this preconceived notion that rookie cards of all-time greats, upper tier Hall of Fame rookie cards, are all out of reach. They're all unattainable. That's not the case. And this is a really nice example of that. And there's actually another rookie card in this set, Joe Morgan, that I feel similar way about. Very, very cheap relative to the status that Steve Carlton and Joe Morgan share in the game. I think they're great buys. Great opportunity to pick up a nice copy of the only rookie card of these guys who are, we're talking inner circle greats in baseball history. So that's my take on Steve Carlton. I think a very nice value in the hobby relative to his status and his importance. All right, thank you again for joining me on another episode. If you're not subscribed, I highly recommend doing so. And until next time, keep collecting and stay iconic.